an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with gun. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And when I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. After midnight, we gon' let it all hang down. After midnight, we gon' chug a lug and shout. Gonna stimulate some action. We gonna get some satisfaction. We gonna find out what it is all about. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my bed. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can.
I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
Oh, Bob Mervack, Isabel, Tim and Parker. Oh, you guys. Thank you. Oh my God, hello Nashville! Woo! Gang, how's everybody up there on Mount Everest? Woo! You guys, we love Nashville so much. We started coming here, well, I used to work here when I worked for GM. Those were dark days. But this town has become, you know, for me, only second with Austin, Texas. I mean, this is such a wonderful place. My wife hosted the CMAs or the CMTs or the country music somethings. Maybe 5 years in a row, I fell in love with Hattie B's Chicken, Prince's Chicken. One of the loves of my life, Houston Estes is here. He's the one who told me to audit my business manager, if you listen to the show. A lot of great friends here, just a wonderful, wonderful city. We're so excited to be here, and I brought a little friend with me. She is miniature in size and maximum in power, Monica Padman!
Hi! Oh my
On your feet, the queen is here!
Look at this.
I wish-
Southern welcome.
Yeah, for a Southern child returned home, the prodigal
Southern
daughter.
gal. That's right.
I wish you hadn't worn heels so they could really get a sense of the dimorphism
I
between
know.
you and I.
I have a good 5 inches right now that I don't normally have.
Like, is anyone scared I might injure her just by being next to her? It's so big.
Oh, I'm powerful enough. I can take it.
So,
The kind folks at Lazy Boy have donated
All
this
this.
furniture for us, and we will be donating this after the show to Habitat for Humanity.
right. So, We've been wanting to come to Nashville for a while, but we very much wanted to come and get to talk to somebody that was significant for this city.
Yes.
And lo and behold, we landed ourselves a queen.
Oh, yeah, we did.
A legitimate Nashville queen.
That's right.
Every nomination imaginable. She tied Reba McEntire for Best Female Artist of the Year. She is the toast of the town, Martina McBride.
You
Yes.
guys!
Please
Martina
join us.
McBride?
Thank you.
What a get.
What a nice welcome. Thank you so much.
The gang here knew that you loved round features, and they made you a beautiful. Is that needlepoint or macrame? What is that? Needlepoint.
Needlepoint.
Isn't that
Nice.
gorgeous?
Wow. Very nice. Thank you
Beautiful.
so much.
Now, you've done a million live shows in your day. Have you ever seen a crowd of nicer human beings in the Armchaires?
Never, never, never.
Got some good ones.
Yeah, if you're feeling low, you just step out in front of the Armchaires, and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else takes care of
Your
itself.
ego boosts.
So, Martina, first and foremost, we were shocked to hear that you would do this. First of all, there's no win for you. There's
I'm a
several
huge
thousand
fan.
people.
I'm a big fan of the show.
I find that really hard to believe.
Well,
it's
it's
very flattering.
So
It's true.
flattering.
It is very flattering. Are you a podcast person in general?
I have just started getting into podcasts.
Okay.
About the past, 8 months or a year.
Uh-huh.
So, we met on the set of Parenthood. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yes,
But we were friends with, with May and Miles.
May Whitman.
yes.
Yes,
Love
Miles Teller.
May.
And so we came out to go on set, and I met you and the rest of the cast.
Yeah, May Whitman is probably our favorite human being on
Yeah,
planet Earth.
she's amazing.
Yeah. And in fact, her ex-boyfriend's brother will be coming to the 9:30 show. That's neither here nor there. Now, you've been in Nashville now for quite a long time, yeah?
Yes.
Since, what, 89?
1990. We moved
1990. So that's 29 years, fast math. In a couple months, that'll be 30 years.
here. Yes.
And tell me, why is Nashville so fantastic? Because as I've been traveling through town and talking with my friend Huey, y'all are pretty mad that this place is getting so popular, it sounds like.
We are kind of pissed about it. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. No, it's just Nashville has been such a small city. You know, kind of always had this really small town feel. And I'm from a very small town of about 150 people.
In Kansas?
In Kansas. So for me, I'm not really a city girl. So for me, moving here was like, this is cool. I can handle this. It's like everybody's really nice and you can get around and it's easy. And yeah,
That's
people would
over?
always, it's over. it's over. So, I go out of town for the weekend and I come back and I'm like, what is happening?
Now, for us on the outside who visit, it just appears to keep getting better and better and better. There's so many amazing restaurants here.
That's true.
You got a Crate and Barrel, we heard.
We guys,
did.
congratulations on the Crate and Barrel.
We heard it was a really big day.
It was I went to the grand opening.
Oh, you?
There we go.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
a big Crate and Barrel fan.
Was there a line like for the iPhone? Was there people around the block for Crate and Barrel?
It was an exclusive party.
Oh!
No, I
As
got
it should
invited.
be.
It was like a pre-grand opening, so I got invited. I was so happy. They had wine and
wow.
got to shop, and it was great.
Did you get a discount?
I did get a
Oh,
discount.
good.
Good.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
'Cause they probably put pictures of you in the paper and stuff.
I've been on like Twitter for years saying we need a Crate and Barrel in Nashville.
Wow,
This
you
is
made it
great.
It's all
happen.
because of me. I made it happen.
You've climbed that mountain. Is there another chain you'd like to see get to Nashville that maybe we can help promote? You got a Chick-fil-A, I assume.
We do. We just got one though.
Oh, you did?
We just got one just a few months ago.
We boycott it because Monica and I are pro
Gay rights.
With that said, we fucking love it.
It's so hard to not eat.
It's the hardest ethical thing we've
It
ever been
is.
faced
It
with.
really, truly is.
We will sit around and
Yes.
talk about what we're missing out on.
Yep. We haven't been eating it for a while, and I still want it every day.
Yes,
Like,
yes. And we've
it
lied to
doesn't get
ourselves
easier.
and said, "Oh, I think they're pro-gay now."
Yeah. We'll find the headline that matches what we want to hear.
Yeah, confirmation bias.
Yeah.
So, and the most frustrating thing is our very best friend Jess Rowland,
Yes.
who is as
Pippi.
gay as it fucking gets.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't be
He
gayer.
comes by the house sometimes, Martina, 10, 12 Chick-fil-A's.
Yeah.
And we're like, what are you doing? We are not eating it. You shouldn't be
We're
eating
doing
it.
this for you.
Yes. And he's like, they're too good. I don't care what they think about me.
It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. Yeah.
And then one other fun thing will happen is on set for my TV show, sometimes the caterers order it. Well, that's not my money. I didn't give any money to them.
So, hey.
So I'll call
Yeah.
Miniature Mouse and be like, I got 7 hot ones coming in. And we will sit there and devour them all.
I do have a cheat. I will eat it when I'm home in Georgia because I feel like it's not going to go away in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what you
it's
tell
okay.
yourself?
You'll see me in Georgia.
No one will see me.
All right, so good. You're all covered there. Now, you're from Kansas, and I didn't really even realize, I had never heard of the town, so I assumed it was small, but 120 people?
But 150.
150.
Yeah.
So it's possible to sleep with 10% of that population.
Oh, boy.
It's rare that you can sleep with
Wow.
10% of a city, but it could get done
Yeah,
in a
I guess
long
it could.
weekend.
I graduated with 10 people in my graduating class.
For real?
Yeah, so I always say I graduated in the top 10 in my class.
Now tell me about that prom.
Yeah,
Was it in a phone booth?
It was pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like going with your brother. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've known these boys since kindergarten. So I never dated anybody in the actual high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have like a Dairy Queen or anything nearby?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm talking about...
Crate and Barrel?
There's no stoplight.
No stoplight.
Wow.
Dirt streets.
Uh-huh.
There's a few churches. There is a liquor store.
Oh.
And
Mixed match.
a
Choose
post
your-
office.
Sounds about right.
And that's about it.
Oh, wow. And your mother and father owned a dairy farm?
I was really young. When he had the dairy farm, I was probably, he quit doing that when I was about 5 or maybe 7. And then it was just a wheat farm.
Oh, it was a wheat
Yeah.
farm. And also he
Not
built...
a weed farm.
Well, now it is probably. Is it legal here in Tennessee? No. Oh. And y'all are still here. Okay, cool. You know what'll make that Chick-fil-A slide down guilt-free is
Oh, boy. A little
a
doobie.
couple edibles. You'll forget what you stand for. But your dad, well, first of all, if you were 5 or 7, did you actually like milk cows? Did that happen?
I've milked a cow.
A cow.
Yeah,
That
it
was
wasn't
enough.
like it wasn't a regular thing. But I did go with my sister. We would go down to the pasture and we would round up the cows and drive them down the lane or walk them down the lane to the barn so my dad could milk.
Do you miss that at all? Is that something that you would want your kids to have, or you're like, yeah,
I do actually. Growing up in that really rural, safe, me and my brother would get on our bikes and ride all day, just total freedom.
Yeah.
And also having chores, like physical labor chores, and having animals to care for.
Yeah.
I really miss that for them, and I would love to go back and live on a farm at some point.
This will sound macabre, but also you have kind of firsthand experience with the food chain, which I think people would be helped to recognize. Like I read this book called On Killing about how we're kind of all fascinated with death, and average kid watches like 1 million murders by the time they're 8 on TV, normal TV. This person's theory was, Grandma and Grandpa used to die at home. We buried them maybe in the backyard. We dealt with all that. We actually processed meat on our farms. We had a firsthand relationship with death and the whole circle of life. And then when you're completely removed from that, you just become like perversely fascinated by it because you don't have any connection to it.
Right.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you feel good about death? Probably not.
Well, I have seen it firsthand. We used to have one time a year where we would, put up chickens. And so, yeah, you definitely get to see that firsthand. And then my mom would go through the whole process of plucking them and,
Yeah. My great-grandma had them, and I do remember watching my Uncle kill one. And boy, they get busy for a long time
Yeah.
after they're dead.
Yeah. You're running around with like a chicken with your head
They're
cut
running
off.
around with a chicken with the head cut.
That's
That's
a
a
real
real
thing.
thing. Yeah, yeah. I've never seen chickens more active. Sorry, Monica.
Yeah, more strikes against Chick-fil-A.
You're right. It's,
Chick-fil-A is not looking so good.
Yeah, not faring well.
but your father started making cabinets, and then he actually started selling cabinetry at some point?
Yeah, and he was a carpenter. Like, he would build houses and really kind of just whatever needed to be done, install cabinetry, fix up bathrooms, build houses. He was a carpenter.
Yeah. And you used to, is this apocryphal or true that you kind of spent a lot of time with Dad in the shop, and that's maybe where you were introduced to country music? Is that?
Yeah, well, my dad also had a country band as a hobby. So he was a guitar player. He still plays guitar and sings. as a hobby.
Daryl, right?
Daryl. And so there was always, music around our house. And it was usually really traditional country music, Ernest Tubb, Hank Williams, Loretta Lynn.
Patsy Cline.
Mm-hmm. And then also he got into the outlaw country with
Ooh, that's where I
Waylon
live.
Jennings. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to sing a Waylon songs, and then I ran out of confidence.
Oh,
Yeah. I was going to sing Lonesome, Ornery, and Mean, and then I pulled the plug, yeah.
You still might.
I got
let's
scared.
be
Still might,
honest.
yeah, that's right.
yeah. So there was always music around the house. He always had bands as a hobby. I started singing in the band when I was about 7 years old.
In his band, right?
In his band.
Martina's real last name is Shift. I shouldn't say real. No disrespect to
Original.
John, who I met. Originally, how about that?
Yeah.
Your maiden name is Shift.
Uh-huh.
And so the band was the Shifters.
Mm-hmm.
Shift and Shifters. Mm-hmm. So it couldn't be cuter. It's a family name, the Shifters.
It's a family name, yeah. And my mom ran the soundboard. My dad played guitar and sang and was the band leader. I played keyboards and sang. My younger brother played guitar and steel guitar and sang. And I had, for a while, my older brother played drums. So it was a family, we would go out on Saturday night and find this, abandoned school building. We'd just have a dance for 4 hours, and people would come from miles around, bringing their own big coolers, and people of all ages, from little kids to...
Grandma and Grandpa.
Yep. And we just play music for 4 hours, and they two-step.
How would you promote that show? How would people know to come to that abandoned...
Well, it's a pretty small town.
It's
so
small town, okay.
You didn't need radio advertising. Let's just put it that way.
Right. So 7 or 8 years old, were you too young to even be nervous, or were you nervous, or did you feel protected by, the safest group of people you could be with? Did that help to be out on stage with?
Yeah, I just loved to sing. I started when I was about 4 years old. So for me, it was just who I was. It was what I did, and people seemed to like it, and I got to be with my parents, and so I didn't really think twice about it.
Right. And then your role kind of increased throughout this process? Because initially you just sang, right? You didn't play keyboard?
Right.
Were you taking lessons and whatnot?
Yeah, I took lessons.
Okay, so is it kind of, because I'm imagining like the Jackson 5, where it's like, oh, look at all these, and all of a sudden you're like, well, hold on a second, what's this one's name? Michael? Let's put him up front. Let's get him to, there are more songs that are in Michael's wheelhouse? Was it, not to put your other family members in an uncomfortable situation, but was it obvious you should be like, let's get her, let's push her to the front?
I don't know, because I think it was just so unique. I think that I was the only little girl that really sang in that area and did it on a regular basis. And, it was just unique and different. But my family's very talented. It wasn't really like they pushed me out front. It was kind of an equal opportunity situation, yeah.
And did that make you popular in town? Did that help? You only had 9 classmates, so it doesn't really... You're not going to fall into any of my stereotypes about, jocks and preps and socias and whatnot. But did it help to be, known in your community as this spunky singer?
I don't know. I think it made me a little weird.
Oh, it did?
Because in a small town, sports is so the center of everything.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was the only one doing this. Not that I had friends and stuff, and I was not an outcast, but it just was so different. But at the same time, we took it for granted, and it was just the way it was. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, if your entire family's doing it, there's nothing that unique about it.
Yeah.
From our point of view, that's a very unique experience to be in a family band.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just normal. And when you were doing that, at what point did you have aspirations to do this professionally? Or did you?
Yeah, I did. When I was a teenager, or even before, I always just loved to sing. I was the kid that would be, while other people had sports practice, I would come home from school. We lived 10 miles down a dirt road. So once you were home, you were kind of home. It wasn't like you could run down and play video games at the corner store or something. So I would just put on records, and I would sing along with Linda Ronstadt records and Bonnie Raitt records, and later, Pat Benatar records and Heart. And I would just sing for hours because we didn't have a vocal teacher in that little town. So that was really how I learned to sing, was just trying to match the tone and the pitch and the nuances of those singers.
Yeah.
And so, I can remember friends would come stay all night, and they'd be like, can we go outside and play? And I was like, well, no, don't you want to sit and listen to these records?
You knew Barracuda inside now?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
God, I'd love to hear that. Have you ever played that live? That would blow people's minds if they came to see you and you just ripped out Barracuda.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, maybe
yeah. Just consider it. Think about it. Yes, so great. So you went from the Shifters, a very wholesome family band, and then you joined a rock band, or maybe you formed the rock band.
I joined the rock band.
And guys, buckle up for the name of the rock band.
Oh boy.
It was the Penetrators.
Oh. Okay.
You're like one of these Disney stars that like they turn 18 and they're like, I'm a slut now! Woo!
No, I'll tell you the thing is, like, I was so naive that I really, these were older guys that I...
Oh, I imagine.
Right?
Yeah.
And,
No.
Most penetrators tend to be of age.
they came to my parents' house and asked and they were kind of family friends or whatever. And so I went on the road, and I did not know, I had no association. I thought, yeah, penetrators will penetrate you with our music.
Yeah.
It's so rock and roll.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, first with our music and then later in the evening.
Yeah, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. And we, rode around in this van that had a hole in the floor. And we would
to throw your drugs out if the cops were coming?
I remember one time we were going to play a week long at this like Holiday Inn or something.
Yeah.
So we pooled all our money together and we bought a huge jar of peanut butter, a jar of jelly, and a loaf of bread. And that was going to be our food for the week.
For the week.
And we were going to share it all. And everybody was like, stop taking so much peanut butter. Like, this has to last us all week. Anyway, the gig fell through and we just stuffed ourselves on peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Wait, how old were you during the Penetrators?
You have to keep saying that, right? I was...
The over-under on me saying penetrators is at least a dozen
Oh,
more
yeah,
times.
yeah.
Just to get your
Prepare yourself
expectations
now.
right. Yeah.
I was 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
And were you the lead singer of the Penetrators?
I was. Of course.
And did you guys do covers or did you have original songs?
We did mostly covers. We did Heart and Journey, Pat Benatar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like rock
And this
roll.
is what, mid-80s? Late 80s?
84.
84.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, prime time to be singing some Benatar at a Holiday Inn Express. Well, they weren't even Expresses yet.
No.
Do you remember off the top of your head what the guarantee was for that week-long
don't.
residency? I would
I
love to
don't.
know. I bet it was in the $70 range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Did you have any aspirations to go to college?
Well, yes. I moved to Hutchinson, which was about 40 miles away, a town of about 40,000 people. And I worked at the Dairy Queen.
Oh, here we go.
Gosh, finally
I knew a Dairy Queen would be in this
Someone who's
story.
actually worked at the Dairy Queen.
But you're not Indian, or are you? You don't seem to be Indian. You don't know this, but Monica, unfortunately, as a kid, a boy she liked, said he would date her, but he couldn't because her family worked at Dairy Queen, which they didn't.
They didn't.
They didn't.
But it was a stereotype. I thought you were going to say, you don't know this, but Monica's unfortunately Indian.
No, I briefed her on everyone's ethnicity
Oh,
backstage.
good.
Wobby
It's hard
Wob
to
is
tell.
Scotch-Irish. You worked at Dairy Queen.
So I worked at Dairy Queen. I sang in this,
The Penetrators, yeah.
and I went to this junior college
Okay.
for one semester because here's the thing. My school was the exact opposite of a college prep school.
Okay.
I was not
Oh, the one with
prepared.
10 students.
Yeah. The year I graduated, there were 34 kids in the 4 grades of high school.
Oh, my goodness. Then what are you talking about sports? What, they play tennis?
8-man football,
Eight-man football.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
and some basketball and whatnot. But
The good news, if you have a shitty athlete as a kid, move there, they're going to play.
yeah, sure.
They're going to have to play. Who else will they play?
I mean, many years later, I was watching football with my husband, and I was like, what are all these teams that are going in and out? He's like, well, there's a defensive team and an offensive team. I'm like, oh, my poor guys just had to stay out there and play the whole game.
They probably rip tickets at the front of the stadium, too, and park cars.
Stadium, that's so funny.
The field.
Yeah.
So you're over at the DQ. The Blizzard has just come out, by the way.
Yeah?
That's like
Oh, yeah.
shaking up the whole paradigm.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
cool. The
Yeah.
peanut butter parfait was my fave.
Me too.
I love that.
I'm allergic to peanuts, and I'll still eat it twice a year. I don't care. Extra hot fudge, please.
Do you know the year of the blizzard? Off the top of your head?
Me?
I don't. I just
Either
remember
of
when
you.
I was like in 7th grade, that shit hit the front page.
Oh.
Am I right? It's in that zone, right? Yeah,
I
yeah.
learned how to make a blizzard. You had to do the little curly Q. You had to be able to do that before you could wait on people.
Oh,
The
okay.
swirl. you know.
And did you hold the blizzard upside down? And if so, did it ever go wrong?
I didn't do that. Is
Oh,
that a
okay.
thing?
Now when you, yes, and I feel bad for them. Go to a Dairy Queen. We only go on family vacations, so there's always like 12 of us, and we'll order 12 blizzards, and the guy's like, Reese's peanut butter cup, banana split blizzard, Oreo cream pie, silk blast. And I'm like, you can forget the pageantry, just give us the damn drinks, they look good.
I don't even know why they want it to be so thick.
Yes, like
I
Dinty
mean-
Moore, soup you eat with a fork. They really want you to dig into this blizzard.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's extreme.
All right, sorry, you're working over at Dairy
I'm
Queen.
working at Dairy Queen. I'm trying to go to college, but I'm so overwhelmed and confused how to do it.
Uh-huh.
I was living off campus. Well, I don't even know if they had a campus, but I was living in a little duplex, you know, that cost me like $200 a month. Mm-hmm. Just didn't understand like the whole scheduling thing, and it was just overwhelming to me. So I only went a semester, and then I didn't go back. And I really wish that I'd stuck with it, but
Well,
you know.
I think it worked out.
Yeah, you're
everything's-
doing okay.
Everything seems fine.
there was the penetrators. I mean, there was things I needed to do.
yes. The penetrators are only going to wait so long for you to
Yeah, right.
learn intro to biology or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, the penetrators unfortunately broke up.
Oh.
And then you formed another group called the double penetrators.
No.
You wish.
Was it called Lotus or something peaceful? You went the other way.
Yeah, I did. Well, I sang in a band called The Works,
The Works.
which I sang, you know, Whitney Houston, Bonnie Raitt.
These
Aretha
are
Franklin.
big swings.
I know,
Whitney?
right? I didn't know any better.
Did you do Dance with Somebody?
I did.
I want to dance with
Yeah.
somebody, with somebody who loves me. I got it.
You got it.
You always sing in front of our like amazing
Great singers.
artists.
I'm doing
Yeah.
it in hopes that it sounds so bad she has to fix it. No, but I'm trying to get to the band that you formed where you then met your wonderful husband who I met backstage, John. 'Cause
Well, I sang in a band called Lotus, you're right, 5 nights a week at this club. And I ended up having some vocal issues, and so I had to take a little bit of time away from that band. Plus, I ended up doing 2 nights a week instead of 5, and the club owner came to me and said, by the way, you need to do more interaction with the audience. So I think that we're going to give you a wireless mic and have you come out and sit on people's laps and
that
sing.
sounds safe. Yeah.
I was like,
Sit on people's
I'm not your
laps.
girl for that.
The penetrators.
also, you
would
look
have done
very
that.
unstable on stage, so we put a pole up in the middle.
Yeah.
Just feel free to stabilize yourself in a circle. And boy, you seem to be schwitzing up there, so just why don't you drop a layer while you're stabilizing yourself?
So crazy. So then I decided to put this band together on my own, and that's how I met my husband, because somebody said, John McBride has a rehearsal space. So why don't you give him a call? He's just building it, and you can rehearse your band there. And I said, cool. So I went and did that. I met John, and our band never made it out of the rehearsal space.
Okay.
Because I was dealing with a bunch of babies. Like, I was 18 years old, and I was the only one that had a car. These are 25, 30-year-old men. And I had to go around and pick them all up at their parents' house. So I've got it stacked against me from the get-go. But we rehearsed, and our biggest dream was to do the Holiday Inn circuit.
Sure.
Right? So we
Good
got
money.
a guy, an agent from Kansas City named Frank, literally had a trench coat,
Oh, great.
like very shady character. He came down to see us and he said, you know, I've got you this week in the Holiday Inn in Missouri. And we were like so excited. Band imploded. I go to my husband, we hadn't even started dating yet, but he lived in this warehouse where the rehearsal space was. I thought, this is a catch. No, I'm kidding.
He doesn't even live with his mom.
Yeah, no, he lived there. I mean, it was like, wow. He had a car, too. So I said to him, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think Frank is going to kill us. Like, he's not going to be happy. And John said, you want me to call him? I'll call him for you.
There we go.
And I said, really? Because I was so used to being on my own and taking care of everybody and everything and paying all the bills. And I was like, you'd really do that? You'd call that for me? And he was like, yeah, I'll call him for you. And John says, Frank, this is John McBride. this band ain't gonna make it. And I was like, my hero.
He hung up that phone and you're like, what are you doing for dinner? Or how?
No, we just became really good friends, and I would go there after my set finished at the club because I was still singing in that band, and at 3 a.m, and we just talk and hang out, and we met, and like a month later we started dating. A month after that we got engaged, and we set it for a year ahead.
So conventionally, terrible plan.
Yeah, well.
Right? Most people who get engaged on day 30 aren't long for this married life. But you're one of these cases where it worked out because you guys have been married since 1990?
Yeah. No, 88, so 31 years.
Oh, my God, 31 years.
Congratulations.
Y'all, that is actually impressive.
Very.
Stay tuned for more live show after this exciting commercial break. We get support from Quince.
So we've been talking about Quince a lot lately, and as we head into fall, it's the perfect time to reset your wardrobe with their amazing pieces. I think it's so fun to do when the seasons turn over to just spruce up your wardrobe with a couple specials, and Quince is the place.
Totally. We're talking organic cotton, Mongolian cashmere, tailored chinos from just $60. Premium fit and quality you'd expect from a luxury brand designer. I love Quince. I like it understated and subtle, and I like stuff that has high quality. And Quince checks all those boxes.
I love a lot of stuff from Quince. Honestly, they have incredible premium denim, which is very important for fall. It's pretty much all I wear in the fall is denim. And Quince has such a good selection of quality denim. Their stuff is so versatile, timeless, and built to last that you just grab every single day without thinking.
Right. And all of that for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They go direct to ethical factories, cut out the middlemen, so you get all that quality without overpaying for it.
We love that. And they do way more than clothes. They have bedding, cookware, bath essentials, travel must-haves, same deal, and great quality.
Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/Dax. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax.
We get support from Skims. Oh man, do I love Skims. I've been living in the Skims lightweight cotton collection all summer, and I have to tell you, getting dressed has become so easy. I just throw it on. It just feels right immediately, whether I'm grabbing coffee or I'm on the couch all day or I'm out, even going to dinner. The cotton is so lightweight and breathable, which in this heat is a non-negotiable. The cotton jersey t-shirt, I just need everyone to know about this one. This one hugs in all the right places. It's very soft and it still looks and fits the same after months of washing, which is very hard to do, I feel, with t-shirts. I've been wearing the black cotton jersey t-shirt with basically everything all summer long. It goes great with any patterned skirt or shorts or pants. I mean, anything truly. I believe that's probably my favorite piece from the cotton collection, but they also have great lightweight cotton thongs that are so comfortable and they're cute. That is a very, very hard mix to achieve, especially with undergarments. I feel if you can find some that are cute, but also comfortable and do the job, that is a win. And Skims has really, really figured that out with the lightweight cotton collection. Shop Skims cotton and all of my favorite pieces at skims.com. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select Armchair Expert in the drop-down menu that follows.
31 years, that's impressive. So you guys, you decide to move to Nashville because he also has bigger dreams than where he's at.
Yeah, he had a concert sound company, so he provided speakers and mixing boards and sound for concerts that would come through Wichita.
Yeah.
Because we were living in Wichita at this point. So I'll never forget, I had taken some time off from singing and was singing in this background for this country band named the Fowler Brothers. Very wholesome name, right?
Uh-huh.
And then my dad decided to sing in the Battle of the Bands at this club, which he never did the entire time that I grew up. We never did a Battle of the Bands thing.
Uh-huh.
But he's like, I really want to do this, and would you come and sing? I'm like, sure. And I set in and sang country music, which I had been singing rock and pop and stuff. And
Right.
it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, this is what I want to do. Because I had sang, all of this different kinds of music, and I love to sing all different kinds of music. But I just hit me. I said, I want to sing country music, and I want to move to Nashville. And I told my husband, and he said, let's go.
God bless John.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, thank
So-
you, John, for co-signing on that. Now, we just interviewed the Avett Brothers. I don't know if you...
Yeah,
we
them.
love them.
Yeah.
And, they went on a little journey, too. Like, they left Concord, North Carolina, and they kind of went into punk. And, at some point, they came home and they, figured it all out, that they were already sitting in, a fertile ground of great music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious, when you were originally set your sights on rock or pop music, did you want to shed where you were from, or can you remember why you thought that's where you should go? You were just young.
I think it was a rebellion.
Uh-huh.
I think that I had grown up singing kind of what my dad wanted me to sing, and then just felt like when I got out of high school, I wanted to be on my own. I was so ready. I moved out the day after graduation to Hutchinson. I was 17 years old and just wanted to be on my own.
And can I ask, because you said Hart, you said Pat Benatar, maybe Joan Jett was in that mix?
Oh, yeah.
So I would also imagine that at that time, there was a nice offering of pretty powerful females in that space, in the rock space. Like, you were a young woman, and here you've got all these, Hart and Joan Jett and all these women that are crushing, and they're rock stars, and it's very empowering. And I just wonder if that was at all part of the appeal.
Yeah, it was totally the appeal. They were so strong, and I'll never forget when I first heard "Heartbreaker" by Pat Benatar on Casey Kasem's Top 40. I was at my grandma's house folding clothes, and I was like, what is that? Like, she was so just strong and powerful and like a rock star, and I don't know, I was definitely drawn to that strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, I could be totally wrong, but my idea of the history of country at that point, I feel like in the early 80s and stuff, you still had this male-female domain in country. I was even thinking about it backstage because I was just thinking about how much it's probably changed in your lifetime and in your career. Some of my favorite songs are she's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his wicked ways that she don't understand. Yeah. There's many songs that the guy's just going, I'm a terrible husband. God bless you, I wrote this song for you. I hope we're good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's dozens of hits.
Yeah.
They all but list the ladies they're having sex with in the songs. And so I just wonder if you were conscious of that, and again, maybe I'm ill-informed. Obviously, Dolly was always a really powerful woman, and there were those people. But it just seems like you and a batch of gals really took this thing forward a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing Reba, who I love and loved growing up. And I can remember when she had Whoever's in New England is Through With You. I just loved that song, but I can remember even as a young woman going, what are you doing? Like, why are you waiting around for this guy?
Yeah, even Jolene, which was just sang, which is one of my all-time favorite songs. It's like, please don't take my man because you can. It's a little victim-y, a little passive, a little like, who the fuck's this guy? He's got his pick between Jolene and
Dolly Parton.
Was it Burt Reynolds? Is that who that song's about? I don't know who had that that cachet.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, we had a ton of women on country radio singing really smart songs, very strong female points of view. I guess I was part of that, which I was so grateful to be a part of that.
Not you guess, you were a big, big part of that.
And I'm really grateful for that because, it was so important, I feel like, for young girls to hear a strong female perspective on the radio. And we don't really have that now.
You feel like right now there's a bit of a void for that?
I do.
Yeah. Now, Taylor is quite a phenom, right?
Yeah,
Do we consider her country? She's kind of a crossover, yeah, or no? You guys like her, but she's not country, is that it?
Right.
We're split. We're split. Okay, we're
we
split.
love her.
Oh, I love her.
Love her.
And she's so talented.
Yeah.
But she definitely drew a line in the sand and said, I want to be a pop artist. So
right.
that's what she's been doing and being hugely successful at it.
Yeah. I love that song that was written about me. Do you know that song?
Mean? Ooh,
that was good.
That was really good.
Really, really good.
No,
which one?
it goes, he's so tall and
No,
handsome as
come on.
hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well.
That's the one.
Yeah. The first title was Dax Shepard, but the label didn't think anyone would know who that was, so they made it ambivalent.
I'll be
Okay.
fact checking that.
So, please get her on the phone and
I
ask her
will.
if it's about
I
me.
will.
So, I think anyone I've talked to who's successful, there's so many pieces to the puzzle, right? You have talent, and that's great. You're a great singer, but also you're a hard worker, and you're picking up the dipshits who live with mom and dad, and that's definitely a part of the equation. And then luck's a huge part of the equation, isn't it? And that's the part I have a hard time talking to people who are aspiring actors in LA. It's like, we'll do everything you got to do, and then just kind of wait to get lucky, which kind of needs to happen at some point,
Yeah.
right? So if I have this right, you guys moved to Nashville, and John, your husband, side note about John, I met him backstage. He watched Parenthood, and I said, do you think I did a good job acting like a sound engineer? And he said, not at all. I didn't buy I didn't know what you were doing. I'm like, I didn't either. I didn't learn one thing in 6 years. They would just go like, do more things, and I'd just hit buttons and slide stuff. And I'd even say to them, do you think there's this much stuff changing while they sing? Up, down, reverb, on, off, bass, boom, boom, lights. Yeah, he was pretty embarrassed for me. But at any rate, you guys moved to Nashville, and by some way or another, I don't know the particulars, but he gets involved with Garth Brooks. Is that kind of how it happens?
He was his production manager.
He was his production manager. So he's designing the whole shebang. And then, do I have this right? You were selling souvenirs sometimes at the show?
Yeah, I did. Well, we were newlyweds. We got married in '88 in Wichita, moved to Nashville in 1990, and I didn't know anybody, and I was singing demos and waiting tables. And he was out on the road with Garth Brooks as his production manager, like I said. And I was like kind of lonely, and I said, is there any kind of gig I can do out there? Like, do you think there's something I can do on the road so I can travel with you? And so he went to the merch guy and said, my wife, can she sell merch, for you?
Yeah.
And he said, sure. So I sold T-shirts for Garth for about 8 months.
At some point, he says, you can open for me if you get a record contract. Is that
Well, he
is
never
that
told me
myth?
that. But I just had him on my podcast, and I was asking him, like, what was he thinking? Because he'd never heard me sing. He'd
Okay.
never seen me on stage. But I did get a record deal with RCA Records. And he had John and I over to the house and was giving me business advice, which I'm like, if Garth Brooks is giving me business advice, I'm there.
Yeah, he just helped me refinance my home. Yeah, he is very clever. Yeah.
He asked me what I was working on in the studio, and I sang a little bit of something. He goes, well, if I would like to have you come open my tour for me. And I didn't, I was like, sure. So we went out and did 77 shows with him as the opening act.
I have to imagine for you, it's like someone just fucking hit the light switch. Like,
Yeah.
he plays to tens of thousands of people.
Oh, yeah. It was crazy. And this was where, like, he had Friends in Low Places, The Thunder Rolls. Like, he was, like, on fire.
Yeah.
I don't even think my single was out when I did our first show. We did our first show in Denver, Colorado.
Uh-huh.
He just took a leap of faith,
That's kind of the part where it's like, do everything you can and then hope Garth Brooks says, hey, open up for me in Denver.
He tells this story, because I asked him when I was talking with him, I was like, what happened? And he's like, well, we were in Arizona, and I was selling T-shirts, and he was up on the bus, and you could tell something was going wrong with the PA system. It was about 116 or 20 degrees. You know how it gets in Arizona. Anyway, I was at the merch stand, and I heard this terrible sound coming from the PA, which is my husband's PA. So I left my position at the merch stand, and I'm like, what can I do to help? And John said, we've got some dry ice. I just need you to pull it and put it in front of the amplifiers because it'll cool them off.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay. So I'm actually barefoot, which I think is weird that I was selling Garth's T-shirts barefoot. But
Yeah, that's
hey,
a bit of a mystery.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So he looked out the window, and he told me, he said, I saw this girl, pulling these bags of dry ice that are bigger than she was. And I was like, who is that girl? And his brother said, that's Martina. It's John's wife, and by the way, she sells T-shirts for you. And he said, well, whatever she gets, she deserves. You can tell she's a hard worker. And then that's, I guess, when the opportunity came, when I got a record deal, he remembered that and rewarded it.
That's so awesome.
So cool.
That's also kind of Monica's story.
Well, I was going to say, I don't see it as a story of luck. I see it as a story of someone who is like, I will do anything. I will find the avenue, and I will get as close as I can and work as hard as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the trick, I think.
Yeah. And a little bit of luck. No. So can I just ask, that first show in Denver, I'm picturing Lady Gaga in, Stars Born.
Mm-hmm.
Where she comes out and she's a little timid. She's timid, and then all she's like, ah! How nervous were you stepping out in front of all those people? And did you find your Gaga moment and let it explode?
I feel like I was nervous, but also sort of fearless.
Uh-huh.
I was young and had just made this album, and I had like this little short skirt and these white cowboy boots and this white fringe cowboy jacket. I don't know what the hell I was going for. But honestly, if the crowd had not dug it, my confidence would have been shaken. But, you're so young and you're just going for it at that point.
You black out a little bit, right? You kind of go, if I dial in and recognize how many people here spent money and might be disappointed with my overall selection tonight, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, you can't think about that.
Yeah. So you do 70 shows with him, and then you just start writing albums, and then they just keep working and working and working, right? Is the ride, it's kind of punctuated, right, your career, in that you have a stretch before kids, and then you recalibrate, and then you have a stretch after kid, or you still have kids, but you know what I'm saying? You dip your toe back into it. So that first period, is it as exciting and as wonderful as I imagine? Are you and John like pinching yourself?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's hard work. We had to visit every radio station in every city during the day, sometimes 2 radio stations, and just all the phoners and all the press and promotion. But I was loving it because, I was getting to do that.
Yeah.
But I will say that there were times when I took it for granted.
Sure.
There were times when I was tired, especially after I had kids, because I brought them on the road with me, and they were little babies on the road. And I can remember when I had Delaney, my first daughter, I was opening for Brooks and Dunn, and I toured with them up until December 12th, and she was born on the 22nd.
Oh, boy.
With my second
You weren't
daughter.
in that mini skirt for that show, were you?
No.
You should have been.
But basically, with my second one, when she was 3.5 weeks old, I was on a plane to the ACMs to sing because I had that opportunity and I had to take it. I got to a point, I think, where there's so many exciting things happening, but it's human nature to take it a little bit for granted. And also, I was just tired. I was just tired from being a new mom. And with my third kid, who's 14, I took some time off.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson.
You did. You lucked out in that you started releasing albums back when people still bought albums in pretty significant levels. You've sold 14 million albums to date, maybe more. That's bonkers.
Yeah.
But as the business has changed now, or today for sure, and then I imagine gradually throughout that period, more and more your money, your livelihood is performing, is doing shows, right? Is being on tour. So at the Apex, how many days a year were you on the road doing shows?
Probably 98.
98.
Yeah, it was probably a big year for us.
Okay. Meaning 98 days.
Shows,
yeah, shows. Okay. And so then days of travel on either side of that. And so do you have, now here's so my wife is the best person I've ever met in my life. I adore her. She is a mother of 2. And I've seen her, and I've seen this to be common in my business back home, is that she feels guilty at work. And then she feels guilty at home. It's like if she's at home, she's like, should be a woman who's out making a living, and I shouldn't have to be here with the kids. And then when she's at work, she's like, oh my God, I should be home. And this is something dads don't even have to think about. When I leave, I'm like, sayonara, suckasses. I'm out for 2 days. I'll sleep 16 hours. I'll watch 3 movies. I don't feel any guilt. And when I'm home, I'm digging it and I love it. I never think, I'm supposed to be working because it is a unique kind of guilt that working mothers have had thrown on their shoulders. Did you wrestle with that?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, even though I took my kids with me when they were little, you still feel like, I don't know, like you're falling short. It's just, I don't know why we do that to ourselves or where that came from initially.
Well, and to each other. I mean, I guess guys say this, but I definitely hear women say to my wife, like, oh, how do you do that? There's always like this little subtext. Or if she's on a red carpet, they never ask me, how do I do it? Like, oh, you have 2 shows and a podcast. How are you parenting? They don't even think about it. But with her, they're like, oh, you're on 2 shows. How do you do it?
Yeah,
It's
that's so true.
societal, and it's all these little suggestions that are supposed
'cause
to remind you.
I got asked so many times, and I still get asked, how do you balance having kids and a career?
Yeah.
Every working mom, we do it. Sometimes we feel like we're killing it, and sometimes we feel like we're falling short. It's just, you do the best you can. And my kids, I think, always really knew that they were my priority, and I think are super well-adjusted kids from being on the road with me. As long as they're not in a band called the Penetrators, we're good.
So when you make a decision that you want to spend more time with your children, that means you're not going to be on the road as much, and that's a big source of income. But so that is just its own thing to wrestle with, you and John, right, to figure out. But then also you're aware, I'm sure, that there's probably 80 families that you somehow affect.
Right.
If you go out on the road, that's not you and a guitar. That's hundreds of people in some capacity, right? And their livelihood is in your basket. Does that become even harder to make that decision?
Yeah, it does. I was really lucky that I was able to put my band and crew on the salary at some point. So that alleviated a little bit of that guilt, you know?
Yeah.
But, when Delaney started kindergarten, I said, when she starts kindergarten, we are cutting back and just doing weekends, because I really want her to have the same kind of like going to school every day, having her little friends.
Routine.
I was a room mother. That was like so exciting to me to be able to be a part of that.
Yeah. And did you have the experience that I had where I had this fantasy of doing this? I knew what all that was going to feel like. I knew what it was going to feel like to be famous. I knew what it was going to feel like to have a lot of money. I just knew I was going to wake up in the morning like, da 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 da. There he is.
You do that.
I do that, but
Yeah.
now based on something else
got
is
it.
where
Okay,
I'm going.
okay.
I did not find that I felt the way I was expecting to feel having accomplished dreams I had set out for myself. Yeah. I mean, on some level, I have this deep sense of gratitude for it, and I know I'm lucky as hell, but the self-esteem I thought that would accompany that just didn't. And my children, they arrived, and I was like, oh, this is that magic thing I had always fantasized about, and it delivers. Like being in that room, right, handing out cookies, there's something about, that's really something to hang your hat on as a human, right, or self-esteem-wise.
Yeah, and you're raising people.
Yeah.
Like what you do and say to them matters in their formation as people.
Yeah.
So it's a huge job, and it's one that I took and take very seriously.
Yeah. It's crazy rewarding, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's the best.
It beats all this stuff.
Yeah.
Is in 2002, you released a Greatest Hits, and it went 3 times platinum. But when you release an album like that, first of all, it must be like, oh my God, I have a Greatest Hit. Like I can do a Greatest Hits.
Yeah.
That's just wonderful. That's a great part of being a musician, isn't it?
Well, it is an accomplishment. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing when I put that record out, and I felt like every song on there was bona fide hit. You know what I mean? It wasn't like this 2 hits and a bunch of filler.
Yeah, sometimes you see
Yeah.
people and you're like, a little early on the Greatest Hits. A little early. You can't say 3 songs and then the other ones you're new to.
Yeah, and we put 4 new songs on there, which were Blessed, Concrete Angel. Oh, shoot, I can't remember the other 2. When God Fearing Women Get the Blues, and I think Where Would You Be?
And that was humongous. And you have been called, and I just want to ask one question about this. You've been called the Celine Dion of country music.
That's crazy.
That's a moniker you have. Being the Celine Dion of country music, have you cloned any of your dogs?
No, that's Barbra Streisand.
Oh, shit, I got him wrong.
Ay, ay. Although I wouldn't put past
No,
Celine.
she has to have some cloned cats or something.
Yeah.
Have you cloned any animals yet?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
You got to start building your legend, you know what I'm saying? You got to do some crazy,
weird
eccentric
shit, yeah,
shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Have a swimming pool of champagne or something.
Yeah, wow.
Now, you also, as I said earlier, you were Female Vocalist of the Year several times, and you tied Reba McEntire. And can I do my Reba McEntire impersonation for you really quick?
Please
Don't look
do.
at him while he does it. It's
I love
very
her.
unsettling.
I love her too.
Don't look at his face.
I'm Reba McEntire. That's my full impersonation. I say her name, but I change it to Breba Brackenbriar. I'm Breba Brackenbriar.
Why?
Why? I'm so confused.
I don't know. My wife was hosting the award show, and I met her. I met Reba. And I was so excited, and she gave me like Tom Cruise level, like, here's my full energy. And she goes, I'm Reba Brackenbriar.
No, she
Hold on.
did not.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
And I said to Kristen, I think she said her name is Reba Brackenbriar. That really happened.
That did not happen.
Clearly she knows her own name, but I swear to God it sounded like Reba Brackenbriar.
God. Oh my God.
You're good. What are you on, Scrubs? Now, quick
You
question.
gonna have her on the show?
Of course.
Oh, we'd love to have her. She'd be
But her
great.
initials will say BB.
BB.
Breba Brackenbriar. Have you? I want to ask: have you gotten to be friendly and friends with some of your heroes throughout
I
this
have
process?
actually, yeah. It's amazing, and so I've gotten to spend a lot of time with Loretta Lynn.
Oh yeah.
She's just awesome, and Reba. I got to meet Waylon Jennings
Oh.
and Willie.
Oh wow.
Do you watch this show called Tales from the Tour Bus?
Yes,
You've seen it?
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a Waylon. Waylon got a 2-part episode, and what they do is they interview the whole band, and they tell you the history of the musician, and then they animate it. Mike Judge makes it. He animates the stories. It's so great. The first season's all country stars. Almost all of them have shot somebody and not gone to jail over it. But my favorite part was he's talking to like the drummer of his band, and he goes, yeah, you know, before shows, we would take uppers, and we all wanted to make sure we was on the same page, so I'm going around the circle. And I said, Jimmy, how many uppers you on? He said, I'm on 3. I said, Mike, what are you on? He said, I'm on 3. I said, good, I'm on 3. You, Hoss? I'm on 42.
It was Wild Wild West back then.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I always really fantasized about that lifestyle because it was fucking hard partying. Mm-hmm. Somehow they all had these awesome wives and no one seemed to give a shit. And as a young man, I was like, they figured it out. They're on Yellow Jackets and Sidewinders and Blue Widows and Black Beamers and popping pills and singing music. He was sweating like a motherfucker. Oh my God. Yeah. You can't find a picture of Waylon that doesn't look like he just hopped out of a sauna.
True. That's so true.
Now, when you met Waylon, that was in his calmer years, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it was. I opened a couple shows for him, and my dad he idolized Waylon.
Yeah.
And he kind of looked like him. He had the beard and the kind of long hair and wore the cowboy hat. And that was kind of his persona, you know, minus the speed and the drugs.
Sure, that we know of.
But so when I met Waylon, I was like, you know, I'm so happy to meet you, and you just remind me so much of my dad, which is probably a terrible thing for me to say to him. He's probably like, nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, he took a picture with me, and I got to see him several times after that. And it was just, I mean, that kind of thing, meeting your heroes. First of all, I'm so shocked that they even know who I am.
Yes.
Right?
It's so flattering, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had your dad out to play with you?
My dad got to sing on the Opry with me, the Grand Ole Opry. Twice, yeah. I had him on stage to sing. And, you know, I was so nervous for him. He was fine, you know?
He channeled his inner Waylon.
But it was like such a cool thing for I guess for me to be able to do for him, because he's listened to the Opry since he was a kid and probably in a different place in time would have pursued a career as an artist.
Yeah.
And so I'm standing there going, I'm so nervous for him. And of course he opens his mouth, he has his guitar, he opens his mouth, starts singing, and it's like, oh yeah, this is the guy that taught me. I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And it was so sweet to be able to share that with him. And my younger brother was playing guitar on the stage with me, so we got to kind of, you know, go back in time a little bit.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. And then isn't it nice? We were talking about it earlier. It's like, yeah, you can get used to success and you can take it for granted. And it's hard to actually even sometimes internalize the good things that are happening in your life. But it's much easier when you see that you could give your dad an opportunity like that. Like, isn't that moment almost better than any moment you've had for yourself?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be able to...
Like, Monica's rich and famous now. That makes me so much happier than anything I've ever done. Oh, she's loaded, guys. If you're at a bar with her tonight, she should buy.
Don't ask me for money.
But over your career, you've, I'm sure, been able to help other people and be a part of their story.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to do with their success, but Little Big Town was an opening act for me.
Oh, really?
When they were very first starting out. They had their first album out. And it was one of those experiences where it was just, we clicked, and they clicked with my whole band and crew and my family. And, sometimes when you go out on tour with an artist, there's a separation that happens. With us, we were out in the parking lot every night after the show until the crew would pack up and we'd move on, just having some drinks and talking and listening to music. And they're the salt of the earth, by the way, and so talented. I cannot root for them enough. And so I think what they maybe took away from that was how to treat opening acts on tour now that they're in that position. And also just to be able to see there and watch that star
take off.
Was
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Have you ever been in Willie's bus?
I have. Yep. What happens on Willie's bus stays on Willie's bus.
Willie's got like Vatican status, right? Like wherever his bus is, it's legal.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a sovereign nation within our nation, right?
And now his son is using his bus, Lucas Nelson.
Oh, he's
he's fantastic.
I imagine they don't even have to light up in there anymore. Just
Let me tell you
shut
something.
the door and take a couple deep breaths.
I went out to Pilgrimage Festival to interview Lucas from my podcast. I walked on the bus and saw him before the show, and I left that bus feeling kind of happy.
Yeah.
And I didn't even do anything. It was just from the air.
Yeah. I'm 15 years sober, and I went to interview.
Yay.
Oh, thank you. I went and I was going to write some project, and I thought Kevin Smith, that writer-director, Kevin Smith, I thought, he knows a lot about superheroes. I'll go talk to him. And so I went to his office, and he's like, oh, yeah, I'd be happy to talk to you. He's like, do you mind if I smoke pot? I'm like, no, not at all. Go crazy. And I was in there for 2.5, 3 hours talking about Superman with him while he burned doobies. I was riding home on my motorcycle, and I was like, I'm going so slow. I never ride this slow. I'm always in a hurry, and I'm just like, don't think I got out of second gear that whole ride home. And I was like, oh, I think I got a freebie.
Yeah. You're planning like a meeting a month with him. Like, I gotta meet with Kevin.
I gotta work with him nightly now on this project I'll never write. Stay tuned for more live show after this exciting commercial break. We are supported by Walden University. You know that feeling when you've been thinking about making a move, going after the degree, the promotion, the thing you keep telling yourself you'll get to someday? Walden University is built for that moment. For over 50 years, Walden has helped working professionals get the W, the knowledge, the skills, and the confidence to create real change in their careers and communities. Their programs are designed around your life, not the other way around. With Tempo Learning available in select programs, there are no rigid schedules or set weekly deadlines. You move at your own pace. And Walden's faculty aren't just academics. They're practitioners who bring real-world experience into everything they teach. From your first class to career coaching and beyond, Walden is your partner the whole way. Take the first step and learn at a pace that works for you. Visit waldenu.edu. Walden University. Set a course for change. Certified to operate by Chev. We get support from Apple Gift Card. Back to school is here, and for many, that means some big life transitions. Whether they are heading into a new grade or setting up a dorm for the first time, you want to give them something that actually supports their growth and success. Apple Gift Card is a versatile solution because it takes the guesswork out of gifting. It's not just about a new pair of AirPods for focus. It's about giving them the invaluable chance to choose the digital tools and subscriptions that suit their unique journey. They can use it for productivity apps on the App Store, movie nights on Apple TV, or extra iCloud storage for all those new memories. With Apple Gift Card, it's so empowering to give the students their freedom to allocate their own resources. Celebrate their new academic chapter. Visit applegiftcard.apple.com to celebrate their milestones and gift one today. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi High Yield Checking and Savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi Checking and Savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi Checking and Savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply. This episode is brought to you by ServiceNow. Look, I have my dream job. I get to talk to folks I admire like crazy and ask them virtually any question that I want to. I can't imagine a better way to spend my time. But even dream jobs have some not so dreamy parts, the stuff that gets in the way of the actual work. Now, that's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what you should do about your busy work. They actually do it, start to finish. Cases closed, requests handled, no extra work for you. So you and your team can focus on what matters most, which for me is, are they obsessed with male bodies on the same level as I am?
They never are.
To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com.
Tell me about your podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
It's called Vocal Point. with
Vocal
Martina
Point.
McBride, yeah.
Okay.
It's on
And-
Luminary.
Luminary. And how often do you record it?
I have to work around whenever people are available. So
Right.
we have 26 episodes in the first season. I think we've recorded maybe 18 or 19 so far.
Oh, you-
But I think we've had 5 or 6 released.
Okay.
Garth was the first one.
Uh-huh.
Coming up, I got to talk with Loretta and Brenda Lee.
Uh-huh.
John Party was this week. And
Do you enjoy it?
I love it. I love it. I'm kind of an introvert, so I didn't know how I'd like it. I was kind of like, I don't know. But I've loved it. And what I've loved the most about it is getting to sit down with these artists. For instance, John Party or Pam Tillis. Pam Tillis and I have known each other for years. We kind of see each other backstage, but I've never sit down and had a conversation with her.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to, I just got to talk with Vince Gill and Amy Grant.
Oh,
which
no
is gonna
kidding.
be coming up around Christmas time. And, have known them for years, but to sit down in this capacity. And what I love about it, too, is I get people when they're out of the promotion cycle.
Yeah.
So they're not just saying the same old sound bites. It's I think people see a different side of them.
Yeah.
And a different side of me, because it's like this. It's just like conversation, which is so cool.
And yeah, I've interviewed like friends I've had for a decade where in this context, all of a sudden we're talking about stuff I would have never known about them. Or even my mother, like talking to my mom and going like, oh, I guess I would ask anyone else I was interviewing this question. So now I got to ask you this question. Yeah, it's really kind of a special little cocoon you get into, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's fantastic. I look forward to it. Now, I want to talk about your charity work because I noticed you work with several. You're the spokesperson for the National Domestic Violence Hotline, or you are at one time were.
I was,
maybe
yeah.
you were, sorry. And a lot of your work is about domestic violence. And I'm curious what drew you to that.
It all started with the song I had called Independence Day.
Oh,
Yeah. And Independence Day really changed my life on so many levels. Like, I can remember hearing that demo and feeling so passionate about that song. And when we did the video, I was really like, I want to meet these directors and I want to sit down and talk about this, because if we're not going to do it in a really realistic, hard-hitting way, if the record company wants to sugarcoat it, I just don't want to do it. So we really made, for the time, was a really hard-hitting video, because growing up in a small town, of course there was probably domestic violence, but nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
It was really swept under the rug, and so I had no idea. Really, it never really occurred to me, to be honest, and then the scope of it. And so when I recorded Independence Day, when I heard that song, I was so enraged.
Yeah.
It just ignited this passion in me to try to figure out a way to make a difference. And so that's how I got started working with like the National Domestic Violence Hotline and a great teen dating website called Love is Respect. I can remember feeling so on fire about this issue.
Yeah. And not because you had personally experienced or witnessed it?
Not really. I mean, I think, as women, I feel like if we're really honest with ourselves, we've all been kind of helpless at the hands of a man.
Yeah. There's so many layers to it, right?
Yeah.
You just think like, oh, someone kicking someone's ass. Well, that's one thing. But then there's these layers of control, right?
Yeah.
And there's gaslighting, and there's all these things that us terrible men do. But it can start small, right? Like I read a quote of yours. It's like, I don't want to hang out with your friends, right? So like first is like a step of isolation.
Isolation, sure.
Like getting your lady away from the other people in her life that might point out, you know, Paul's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
That's kind of the strategy, right?
And not letting you be with your family.
Right.
Or talk on the phone or have any money that's in your own control.
Yeah, did you watch the R. Kelly documentary?
I did.
Oh my God.
man.
When
Yeah.
you look at those steps, it's just a game plan of how to do this. And they keeps ratcheting up. Then call me daddy. Now only call me. Now I'll tell you when you can eat. All these things. So people need to know, they could be in an abusive relationship or a controlling relationship that doesn't maybe have the physical aspect. Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm performing on stage, I think to myself, statistically, someone in this room is being abused.
Oh, most certainly.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I think to myself, what's the abuser thinking? And also how brave of this woman to come here. To be able to hear that message. And some people maybe they don't know Independence Day, but they just find themselves at a show and they hear it. And my hope is that it gives them some kind of, I got so many letters about that song. Back in the day when people still wrote fan letters. And just reading over and over about the impact of that song. And my point is, I don't take credit for that because I feel like I was just the vehicle that song flowed through to do its thing in the world that it was meant to do. I'm so lucky and grateful that I got to sing that song. But it did make a big difference for so many women.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would say, I've been in this relationship for 10 years. I heard this song on the radio and I went home and got out.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's true that because those folks are probably isolated to such a degree that weirdly the only thing that might penetrate that bubble is a song or is a movie or is a show or something that can get in there.
And make them feel like they're not the only one going through it.
Because that's the thing, right? Everyone feels very alone in all of their own trauma and all
that it's not
own.
their fault.
You know, I had my mom on, which was my favorite interview. I know her whole past, and I had a stepdad that abused her, and I witnessed all that. And the disconnect I had was, I know my mom. She's a fucking badass. She raised 3 kids by herself and built this business, and she's tough. She would get out of the stoplight and challenge guys to fights and stuff. She was a beast. She is a beast. And I had never thought to ask her, like, how could you, of all people, have been in a relationship? And she said, I was so ashamed to admit I had failed again. I had already been divorced from your dad, and now I knew I was going to have to call my parents and say I did it again. That shame, I would rather get hit than have to deal with that shame. Man. And that fucking broke my heart. Yeah. And I just thought, man, that is the power of shame, and that's the power of people not sharing their imperfections and not owning all this many struggles that we all are up against all the time. So it's so important. I thank you so much for being a part of that. I'm really happy that you spend your time and energy helping women like that. Well, you guys, Nashville, we love you so much.
Thank you,
I want to thank Martina.
Oh, thank
you guys,
you,
let's give her a
Martina.
huge round of applause. Miniature Mouse, you guys are beautiful, and I hope you'll have us back. We would love to come back. Thank you guys so much.
And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman.
Living your best life means being extra where it counts and skipping the extra where you don't need it. Like in your cleaning products. That's where Seventh Generation comes in. Their bio-based cleaning power delivers a powerful clean with nothing extra in the bottle. Need a dish soap that cuts through the tough grease? A detergent that tackles the worst stains and odors? Seventh Generation handles it all without any dyes or artificial fragrances. Real clean doesn't have to come with a long list of add-ons. Upgrade to a powerful clean without anything extra. Look for Seventh Generation dish soap and laundry detergent wherever you shop for your cleaning products.
Nashville, boy, what a town.
What a town. Dinky town.
What fun food.
Yeah.
King Prime we ate at.
We did. We loved it.
Love that place.
Yeah.
Is it as good as Houston's? It might be.
Kristen thinks it's better.
Right.
I'm
not willing to say it's better.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it's better, but I did
It's on
love
par.
it.
It's in the same world.
It is.
As Houston's.
It was tasty.
So delicious. And then, God, Huey Houston Estes.
Houston Estes.
He makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I enjoy his company so much.
Houston is our friend that we got to see in Nashville.
He told me to audit my business manager.
Yep.
I love him so much. He's so fun to talk to.
Yeah.
And you got to party with your friends, which is so fun.
I know. My friends, my nice friends
Your
drove.
good-looking friends.
My beautiful, good-looking, nice friends drove up. And I was really excited because one of them has been in love with Martina since she was just a little gal.
Oh, really?
And she was so excited. She got to get a picture with her.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I was happy I could give that to her.
Yeah.
It was really, not that I gave anything to her, but I
you
was
were a
excited.
part of her meeting someone she loved.
Yeah, I liked that.
I really liked Martina.
Me too.
Yeah, she has like some kind of like smooth confidence that I really am drawn to.
Me too. Me too.
She's very special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I fell in love with her a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But John was there.
John,
McBride,
I
her
fell in
husband.
love with.
Yeah, he was great too.
Speaking of, he sat next to my friends.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. The whole time he was just like fact checking her.
Oh.
Like he was
Like
like,
a
oh,
true
it was
spouse.
178 shows.
Yeah.
Like he's,
Oh, that would be me.
I was
listening
laughing.
to Kristen get interviewed.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Such a husband and wife thing to do.
Okay. So
So,
you said
oops.
that the average kid watches 1 million murders on TV by the time they're 8. The average child will watch 8,000 murders. I think you got the 8 number.
I was being facetious. I didn't really think it was 1 million, but that's a lot. 8,000?
Before finishing elementary school
Oh. Ugh.
on TV. Yeah.
Oh. I feel like it would be a pertinent time to mention Jack Nicholson's great quote. If you hack a breast off with a machete, that's PG-13. If you lick a breast, it's NC-17.
Yeah. You have talked about that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's a real good.
It's an eye opener for what we allow.
What we're threatened by.
Yeah, exactly.
We're threatened by sensuality and not hacking a tit off with a machete.
I know.
That's disturbing to me.
It's so disturbing.
You know, some people were understandably put off by the Richard Dawkins interview. Mm-hmm. They felt like he and or I or both of us were too harsh on
Religion.
On religion. I understand that. I think I'm supportive of people being whatever they want to be that makes them happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not being critical of any specific religion, but I do hate how puritanical our country is. When it comes to sex, it really bothers me.
Yeah.
It's like so laden with shame. I think it's all about the patriarchy too. I think it's all, the foundation of it all is males' fear of women having pleasure and them not being the one that provides it to them, or their fear of being terrible lovers or insignificant. I think that's the bedrock of it.
Maybe.
And so this puritanical thing and the notion that being sensual is dangerous or
Right.
sexuality is dangerous,
Right.
I think it's rooted in male insecurity somehow.
I like that. It's probably true. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's a lot of reasons and layers. I mean, you are the most vulnerable when you're naked and you're intimate with someone.
But in the most beautiful way imaginable.
Well, or not. Or you're getting taken advantage of, or you're getting.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
that's
percentage
true.
of the sexual activity that happens in America that is something negative or criminal, daily rate, it's under 1%. Whereas all violence is violence.
Yeah.
No one's like loving getting hit in the head with a bat. It just doesn't exist.
Right.
Or getting shot. No one's pumped they got shot.
Right.
But the vast, 99.9% of people who are being sexual, it's a pleasurable experience. And that vulnerability is a beautiful thing. It's like you're saying to someone, I trust you to take me like this, uncovered. What a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And that's somehow negative?
I know. I agree.
It's disturbing to me.
It seems backwards for sure. A study in the Journal of Pediatrics says the average 8-year-old child spends 8 hours a day on media.
Ooh.
By age 18, a U.S. youth will have seen 16,000 simulated murders and 200,000 acts of violence.
Well, I guess if they're a boy and they have the internet, they've probably also seen 6.9 million sexual scenes.
Probably. Well, I don't know that those are independent of violence.
And by the way, that's the result of ushering it into the fringes.
Yeah, I agree.
You reap exactly what you sow. Like if you think lovemaking's dirty and shameful, then that's what you get.
That's what you're going to get. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean you're just going to turn that section of your brain off.
No,
You
it's
can't.
just going to get like pervertized,
Yeah, exactly.
fetishized.
Yes, proclivatized.
Yeah, if you leave it to people who have no regard for society to present it, then
Yeah, I agree.
Steven Spielberg should be making a lovemaking scene.
I'm sure he has.
I don't think he has.
Yes, he has.
I don't think he fucks with sex. Most of these guys don't fuck with sex. They're like, even
No,
Tarantino, who's so bold and
Yeah.
so fearless, no lovemaking scenes ever. There's a couple rape scenes.
Yeah.
There's the
that's-
great sexually charged date between Vincent Vega and Uma Thurman's character. Couldn't be more romantic and sexy, but there's no physical sexy stuff.
I think it's a little disturbing that he's not showing that and then showing rape.
That's kind of my point, though, is that all of these people feel much more comfortable with violence than they do with sensuality.
Yeah.
Even a guy as fearless as him is afraid. I don't know if he's afraid. He's never done it. I don't know why. It does beg the question why there's no lovemaking scene in any Tarantino movie.
I'm sure there's a lovemaking scene in a Spielberg movie. There has to be.
Maybe. I can't think of one. But
What?
yeah, maybe you're right. We'll put that on the list. Rob, year-end fact check.
Was there no lovemaking scene in True Romance?
He only did the screenplay, and yeah, there was lovemaking scenes, but I think that was all Ridley Scott or Tony Scott, whichever one directed that. They have tons of lovemaking scenes, like Top Gun and Days of Thunder. There's beautiful lovemaking scenes with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman and all that. Some people do it, but I think a lot of directors are very nervous about it.
That's so interesting. I mean, I feel in my head most movies have lovemaking scenes, and not all like earned. Like so, it's just like girl just decides to have
Pull her
sex with a
titties
guy.
out and-
Yeah, but I don't think there's like a lack of lovemaking scenes in movies.
All right, I'm going to say at the count of three, say your very favorite lovemaking scene. 1, 2, 3.
Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
Wait a
great.
minute, you didn't say anything.
Oh, I know mine. Mine's out of sight.
Oh, I thought we were going to say it at the same time.
Oh, I was just curious. I didn't want you to think too much about it. I just wanted you to.
My favorite is, this scene in Grey's Anatomy with McDreamy and Meredith Grey.
Ooh, hot as hell.
Yeah.
What were they doing
in a
that made it so-
hospital.
Oh, pathogens.
God, I wish I could remember the details. It's been a long time since I watched that show.
But it was very steamy.
So steamy. They were on a hospital bed.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Not a conventionally sexy.
So listen. Oh, God. Let me defend it.
No, I'm not even challenging you. I
So-
just want to know.
There was like a fake prom happening.
Oh, that's romantic.
And then they kind of escaped into this room.
Sexy hospital.
Yes. No, that's where it's the most sexy. Places like, what's sexy? It's not like sexy on the beach. I think that's lame.
Me too. Sand up in your asshole and in your
It's
vulva.
too cliche.
Yeah.
So no, but it had been leading up so much sex tension.
Yeah.
That's the real thing for me. It's like the sex tension has to be high.
Palpable. Cut it with a knife.
Yes. So that you're just like, just do it.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
the moment.
yay.
Yeah, I love that.
And then there was this music in the background. And it was hot.
Wow.
Yeah, it was hot. And you like Out of Sight, which I've seen.
Yeah, I can name 3 that I loved. Out of Sight,
Desperado.
Angel. Oh, Thank you, Wobby Wob. I would have forgot that. Desperado. Was so sexy. 9.5 Weeks, Mickey Rourke. And then also Angel Heart, Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke could land a sex scene like you can't imagine.
Interesting. I
Oh,
haven't seen
fuck
those.
is he sexy.
I mean, for me, they have to be in love. That's a prereq for me.
For me, for you, dog, he was in love with both the ladies that I just mentioned. And also, Out of Sight, they have a lot of chemistry.
Sure, they
I mean,
did.
the fucking build up and they can't be together because he's an outlaw and she's law enforcement.
Oh yeah, I like that. I love
Ooh.
that. I love that.
God, it's good. I'm trying to think if there's ever been one where it's like banging.
Yeah, I would not. That would not be on my list. I'll have to think.
Grey's Anatomy was definitely the first scene that
Wow,
popped
I
into
want
my
to see
head.
that. Well, let's compare each other. Let's have
Okay.
we'll have Kristen throw some that her favorite. We'll have a night of lovemaking scenes.
Great.
We'll see what happens. Just see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, I hear you. Okay, when did Holiday Inn Expresses start? 1991, the first Holiday Inn Express location.
Wow, that's
opened.
earlier than I would have thought.
91.
Gosh, I feel like I just started seeing the commercials in 2000.
Well, 3 hotels opened then. And then
That was a very successful rebranding, if I can say so.
I don't really even get it.
Well, there was just Holiday Inn. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
it was just Holiday Inn. In fact, they were the competing hotel in Sturgis, Michigan, where my grandparents owned the Colonial Motor Inn. Holiday Inn was the higher end one.
Uh-huh.
And then the Colonial Motor Inn was more affordable. And then it was such a long standing brand that I think they needed a revamp. Like people were just like, they associated with what their parents went to. So then they came out with Holiday Inn Express.
But is there still Holiday Inn regular?
I don't know that there is.
Really?
I don't know.
I think there has to be.
There is, yep.
I think there is.
Certainly more Holiday Inn Expresses now.
Rob, are you Scotch-Irish?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You said Rob was Scotch-Irish.
He said he thinks, which means nothing.
No,
Why haven't you
he
done
would
23
know- he
andme?
did do it.
You did?
I don't think that was on there.
Oh,
Northwestern European, Eastern European,
what about the English?
British and Irish, French and German, Scandinavian.
How much? What was the English? What percentage?
I'm 27% Polish, 23% British and Irish.
There we go. Is that the majority?
No, but not
what was
Scotch.
Polish?
27 was Polish.
Oh, so you're more Polish than you are English.
And you're not Scotch.
He's Scottish.
16% German and French.
This is adding up to like 200.
And Ashkenazi Jew, 2%.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah. Dairy Queen.
Dairy
Queen.
DQ.
Dairy Queen Blizzard came out in 1985.
Ooh.
But Dairy Queen's been around since 1940. And I have to tell people, so when you're telling the story about Dairy Queen and we go as a family and you're doing this character of the guy working at Dairy Queen and you're reading out all the blizzards,
Yeah.
you can't see it, but you're
Oh.
turning your hand upside down.
down,
You're holding
yeah.
the blizzard in your hand and turning it upside down. That's what they do when we go to Dairy Queen. But you
You
don't
can't
see it and you
tell.
can't tell.
Oh, Oreo, silk pie.
Okay, you're doing it again. You are doing it again.
Isn't that the cute thing about humans is we all make the same mistakes over and over and over again.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. The monkeys are so silly.
Okay, we talked about Jolene, the song Jolene.
Mm-hmm.
So, according to Parton, the song was inspired by a red-headed bank clerk who flirted with her husband Carl Dean at his local bank branch around the time they were newly married.
Oh.
In an interview, she also revealed that Jolene's name and appearance are based on that of a young fan who came on stage for her autograph.
Well, that's conflicting.
It is. Well, maybe she got the name
Oh, because she liked it.
right.
So it was a bank teller that flirted with her husband?
That's what it says.
That's a strong reaction.
It
Like if we
is.
went somewhere and the waiter flirted with Kristen, I wouldn't go home and write a song about it.
You would probably draw a picture of it.
Don't steal my wife because you can, just based on one interaction. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Miss Parton. She's the queen.
She is.
And I
Yeah.
love that song. And I'm so glad she got jealous of that bank teller because we got a great song
too.
out of it.
Okay, the Taylor Swift song is not about you. I mean, I didn't check with her directly.
Then you don't know. Well, let me give you some hints. He's so tall.
Mm-hmm.
Am I tall?
Yes.
Handsome as hell.
Yes.
He's so bad,
Ish.
but he does it so well.
No.
That's where I lost you.
Yeah.
I had you. It's shocking because I thought I would have lost you at handsome, but I had you at he's so bad and does it so well. So you don't think I'm bad and do it so well?
No.
Okay.
But people think it's about Harry Styles.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he the? He's what, royalty?
No, not Prince Harry.
Oh,
His
isn't
style-
Harry Styles? I'm so silly.
No.
What's he? What is he?
He's a singer.
Oh, great.
One Direction.
Oh, One Direction.
He's from
But
One
is he British?
Direction. Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. Anyone British that's famous, I assume is royalty.
Got it.
That's literally why I thought he might be royalty. I'm being sincere right now. I thought he was royal.
Yeah, you just don't know anything about royals.
No, I don't.
Harry Styles and her dated for a while.
Harry Styles is the fact that he's successful with that name is a testament to his skill and talent because his name is Hairstyles. Harry Styles. Hairstyles. That's his name.
I like that.
Yeah, but it's what I'm saying is that's a name to overcome. Harry Styles.
I wonder if that's even his real name.
Jesus, if he changed it to that,
He probably did because it's cool.
he's like, what do people love? Oh, they love hairstyles.
He was right. He was right. One Direction was huge.
What's the
Is
hugest?
huge.
The
I don't
royalty.
know, all of it.
Harry Edward Styles.
It's not even Harold Edwards style. Harry. I'm seeing in my head H-A-I-R.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm seeing.
Oh my God. Can you look up Prince Harry and see if his name is Harold? I would guess it's not. Actually, it probably is because it's so fancy over
So
there.
royal.
Henry Charles Albert David.
Harry is short for Henry?
And Hank is too.
That's interesting.
That's one of the ones I hate. That Hank is short for Henry.
I know. I don't like that.
There's a K in there.
It's changing the name completely.
It's not. Yes, it goes H-A, and Henry is H-E. So you've changed the vowel.
It's a new word. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
we
a
agree.
new word.
We agree.
It's a new word.
We agree to disagree with being nicknamed Hank.
That's like Maggie is short for Margaret, which feels weird.
It does.
Marge.
Marge would work. And
Marge is also one.
And Margie would work.
Never heard Margie.
Margie.
I've never heard Margie as an option. Marge, I've heard. Maggie and Molly, I've heard.
You know what word I like? Titular.
Titular.
Titular. I love that
I'm
word.
not surprised.
Well, not because it has the word tit in it.
Are you sure?
But the fact that it's the title character, the titular character,
Uh-huh.
right? That's a real deviation from title character. The titular.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it too.
It's weird because that's the same thing I'm objecting to with Hank, but I like it in the case of titular.
Goes to show the reason is because it has
Titty in it?
Yeah.
I'd like it more if it was called titular.
Okay, so you thought Celine Dion had cloned animals. You were mixing up Barbara Streisand and
I
her.
was mixing up my divas.
Yes, and
My diva
Celine
cups.
doesn't. I looked.
Oh, okay. Does she do
And-
anything weird?
She just likes animals.
Oh, okay. That's nice of her.
She's an animal lover.
I'm so disappointed in myself that I'm triggered by her. It's so embarrassing.
By Barbara or
No,
Celine?
Celine.
You're triggered by Celine too?
Big time.
You're also triggered by Barbara.
I am. Both of them feel rich and smart and educated and condescending and affected. That's all me. It's nothing to do with them. And it's humiliating that I have that feeling. I don't know either of those people.
It's not humiliating.
It is. That's an embarrassing thing that I
Well,
dislike them because they are well spoken. Yeah, she performs in a gown.
but that's okay. That's her thing.
I know. Of course it's okay. I'm at fault here, but I'm just walking you through what I think in my head.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, she's so fancy. She performs in gowns and they have like diamonds all over them. And it's so stupid.
Well, it's not stupid. You're allowed to feel how you feel, but it's not
not.
stupid. It's just not fair because
It's not.
what you're doing to them,
Is what I am accusing them of doing to
Exactly.
me. Yes, I agree.
yeah.
I acknowledge it all. The awareness of it doesn't change my emotional feeling when I say it. My intellectual response is one of self-awareness.
Yeah.
But my emotional response, which I can't ignore,
Yeah.
it's specific.
It
but I have
scares
it.
me a little bit that, I mean, this is just the truth, I guess, but it feels very doomsday to me that like you can know something's true and then like it doesn't really matter that you know it's true.
No, what the order of events is, I look at her, I have an emotional feeling when I see her interviewed,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have to intellectually think my way out of that feeling I have.
But then do you? Like, does the feeling go away once the intellect comes in?
Well, it's interesting because like I imagine hearing her talk right now, and I think she has such an affected way of speaking. Like it's so measured and perfect and this. And so, yeah, I still would feel like she thinks I'm a piece of shit emotionally.
Right.
Like if I met her at the grocery store, she'd be grossed out that I was next to her. Then I might have poop on my pants or
You
something.
probably do.
Oh, that's fair. But then intellectually, I know that's ridiculous. I don't know this person. She might be the kindest, most generous,
Exactly.
most inclusive person alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of my, I figured this out the other day. I don't know why it took me so long, but I had step grandparents that were wealthier than us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think this is in our head. They thought that their son had married trash.
Uh-huh.
And when we were around them, they were
To look down.
grossed out by us.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
that's
think that was
awful.
really impactful for me.
Of course.
Yeah. I think, I'm like, why do I have such a chip on my shoulder about people
Mm-hmm.
with money? I think it's probably just solely based on that few years that we had
I'm
them.
sure.
Yeah. And even the stepdad, he would remind us that he had gone to better schools than my mom, and he went and he
Yeah,
had an
that's
engineering
so
degree. And
stupid.
yeah, he was pretty condescending.
Yeah.
He reminded us that we were in a different class than he was quite often.
Right.
That's probably where that comes from.
I'm sure all of these things come from a real place.
It's all my issue. It's stupid. But within that, I've really been thinking a lot lately about like dressing nice.
Mm-hmm.
And people will act like dressing nice is implicitly of value. But I very much think that this has always been designed for people of wealth and class to display that they are above you. I think the whole thing is calculated. I think wardrobe and dress is a way to delineate what class you're in. And in that way, I think it's a really stupid endeavor. Like this notion of wearing a suit, it's like, wait, why? Tell me why. Well, you dress up and you honor this thing. But it's like, yeah, but why? Why is that a way to be respectful of something? Is
Right.
to put on this uniform. But the uniform really is just signaling. A tuxedo is signaling rich. And that's why normal people rent one to go to a wedding.
Right.
Like they act. It's an
But it's
opportunity
like
to rent.
fancy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like they get to rent this evening where they're high class. I think there's something implicitly wrong with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And they have basically a day that they can't afford in real life. Like your average person, your poor average person is like dumps all this money on a wedding that they can't afford.
Yeah.
Or that minimally, even if they can afford it, be much better spent investing in a house or something. I
Yes.
mean, everyone could agree on that. So then
I
the question is,
agree.
why are they doing it? And it's because they want to feel rich for a day.
I don't know if they want to feel rich.
Like, I don't think they know that that's what they want, but I think that is what's going on. It's like they get to act like royalty on this one day. And they get to eat in a way they wouldn't normally get to eat. And they get to, it's all wrapped up in class stuff, I think.
I mean, I think psychologically, and maybe this is tied into what you just said, but I think psychologically people like having moments where they feel special.
Right.
And dressing up is a part of that. It's like part of the whole thing. Like, I'm doing something different today than normal days. And it's a special day. So we're going to do things different. We're going to do fancy
we're going to make
food,
it
and
memorable.
we're going to do,
And so I'm with you all the way right now. I'm totally with you, and that's a valid thing to do. But why is it the special thing we're going to do is emulate Great Gatsby? Like, why isn't the special thing we're going to do is we're all going to dress up like our favorite characters from Game of Thrones at this wedding? Or we're going to do, X, Y, or Z of things I love, we all like. Everyone wants to be fancy, and they want the train on their dress to be 80 feet long, like the princess.
I think in general, it's like I want to look my absolute best for this special day. Something out of the ordinary.
I agree. And that part I'm on. I'm with you.
But it's not out
why
of the
is
ordinary.
the ordinary thing to look rich?
It's not to look rich, it's to look different than normal. And different than normal is dressed up. You don't do that normally. If I wore overalls to a wedding, it's like, yeah, I would do that all the time. You want it to be like a heightened version.
I want you to get married in like a rodeo bar.
That's not very me.
I know, but it's different. If you want special and different.
You want it to be you. You should have gotten married in a rodeo bar.
I wish I had.
You should have. That was the end.
That was the end?
Yeah, this is the end.
I guess I like that about country and western stuff. Those guys like, this coat and tie is killing me. In this high society, you cry all day. They've always kind of rejected the fancy thing.
That's true.
It's kind of a staple of country and western music. They're like the back of that pickup truck tailgate drop, fucking cottonwood falling like snow in July.
Sure.
Yeah. So maybe I'm just more country.
Right. That's so funny. I mean, everything just triggers people differently. Like that triggers me way more than
Because you're
seeing someone
afraid
in a
of
dress.
like racism.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I do not think that all people who are country or live in the country or like country music or wear a cowboy hat are racist. I do not think that.
Yeah.
But, that's my immediate emotional reaction when I see someone in the back of a pickup truck with that I get nervous that that's a viewpoint.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's not fair.
Confederate flag flying that tips it.
Exactly. Well, it was a fun time in Nashville.
God damn, I want to go every year there.
Me too.
To me, that's like Austin.
Oh, one thing. So I got a shirt there. We already talked about it. That I loved. Nudie's Honky Tonk.
Nudie's Titty Bar.
Nudie's Honky Tonk. There was a naked lady on the shirt. Her natchies were out. And I tried to order you one because you liked it, and it sold out.
I'm not surprised. It's a dynamite shirt.
In your colors.
Yeah.
Nudies, you could send us one for Dax. He's a large, and he likes black and gold color.
Oh, love black and gold.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, we had two great guests in Nashville that were both very big gets for us, and a ton of gratitude for both of them.
Yeah, me too.
Stay tuned for Dirks.
Ooh.